everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have another update for you. This one is for pie or pan and everything, and it is for all of my makeup products. Have like a pan, a jar, or anything where I can hit the bottom of it to have my whole collection look really well loved, and that is like my goal. I want to literally hit pan in every makeup item that does have that kind of packaging, and I'm doing pretty good. I have not gone through my inventory and actually figured out pan percentages or anything like that, but I've looked throughout my collection. I have quite a bit with pan in it, and one of these days I probably should figure out my pan percentage, but I haven't had time to do anything like that because my life is chaos, and you know, I'm just going to keep hitting pans, and I'm going to keep having my collection look more and more used and loved, and you know, nothing neglected, which is really what the goal is here. I had 8 things in. I kept my stuff at 8 all year long. Well, for the most part, I tried to stay around 8. That is going to be changing with this update because this was a play year and next year is a finish year. So I don't want to take too much focus away from trying to get things finished for next year. So I'm gonna dial it back a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. We don't have a full reset, but we have a partial reset. So let's get into this because I have a bunch of things rolling out. I hit a lot of pans since the last update. I'm very happy about that. And yes, I've had people asking. I will be doing a finale to my Oh My Pans 200. It is coming up, but I'm still hitting pans, so I don't want to do a finale yet while I still have time to hit pans, or where I still think I'm going to be hitting pans. So it is coming. It will be here by the end of the year. It might be the last day of the year. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how, I was going to say how things pan out, but that's just wrong. So let's get into this update. All right, enough babbling. I'm going to show you the things that I have hit pan on since the last update, and then I will show you the 2 things that are continuing on, and then I am bringing 3 things in. I'm going to stick with 5 items for next year. It's just going to be a nice easy number for me to work on. So my 2 carry-ons and my 2 roll-ins, and let's get into the ones rolling out. In the order in which they came in, the first one is this Bobbi Brown Pressed Powder in Peach. So not the right color for me, and that was my fault for picking the wrong color. It looks orange. Like, it doesn't look like any peach I've ever used. It looks straight up orange to me, but I was able to actually hit pan on this. Hopefully you can see that there in the center. It is kind of covered by some loose powder kick up and stuff. This was a weird pan. I have scraped some out throughout the time that it's been in here to help franken some other things. Everything that I have put it into franken is finished, and it was a few days ago I was using this on my eyes actually to blend out a crease that was just a little too cool toned, and it was almost like there was a bubble in the center, and like there was a chunk in there that just kind of fell out. So I did hit pan from the way that fell out. It was very unnatural. I've never seen a powder do that, and it must just have had a bubble in it when it was pressed in the pan. So I did use everything that crumbled out of that, and I have used it since then, and it has ever so slightly expanded, but I don't know, it just felt weird to hit pan that way because like a chunk fell out. And I don't know, I can see that, hopefully you guys can see, it's actually black plastic under there. So I feel like from every time I have panned something or hit pan on something that has a plastic pan as opposed to a metal pan, it just doesn't seem to stick as well. I don't know why that is, but you know, I'm not like a makeup chemist or anything. I'm sure there must be a reason for it, but I don't know what that reason is. But for all intents and purposes, this bad boy is rolling out. You probably will see it in the new year. If I feel like I can fit it in somewhere, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, she is rolling out. Thank you, Bobbi Brown, for your services. All right, let's go on to this Depotted Shadow from the BH Cosmetics Bubs Beauty Bee palette. This is the shade Able. I'm going to turn it this way so it's a little bit easier to see. I have got pan right up here. It's kind of almost like a quarter moon, crescent moon, something like that. And it's just because of the flat shader brush that I used on that. This is such a pretty shade, and I'm gonna miss this one a little bit, so I'm a little bit sad, but it's okay. I have other shadows that are similar to that I can work on, so, you know, it's just, things have to be hit pan on, and that is really not proper grammar. I need to hit pan on things, and I need to get them rolled out because I gotta be rolling some new stuff in. Next up, this one. I've been working hard on this palette, and I do have it on my eyes today. This is the Mange palette, and I did look up the pronunciation because I was saying mange for a while, and it's kind of creepy. I was working on 4 shades in here, and if you look close, you can see all sorts of shininess going on here. So I was working on the shades Sunset, Cashmere, Vampire, and Burgundy. So we have Sunset up here in the corner. I do have that in the middle of my lids today. We've got Cashmere down here. I have that on my crease. I had already hit pan on both of those, but I just wanted to use them today because I knew I was going to be doing this finale. Or not finale, update. Update, Jessica, pay attention. So then Vampire was another shade that I used. I used this one quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I wore this on a Christmas party with one side of my family, and it's not even Christmas yet, but you know how it is when you have a lot of family. So I use that a lot. I really like that shade a whole lot. It's actually quite similar to this one that I just hit pan on. They're not exact, but they're definitely in the same color family. And then the last one was the shade Burgundy. Yeah, I like that one as well. I hate to say it because this has got to be like the cheapest palette in the world. You would think it would be horrible quality because it is so cheap. You've never heard of this brand or anything like that. I got it in PR, but I actually really like the quality of it. I like the colors. It's just really easy to use. So now I have a literal pan in everything in this palette. Well, you know, some of them are finished, but everything that still has a shadow in it has a pan in it. So I have accomplished pan in everything in this particular palette, and that makes me happy because I have quite a number of palettes that way, and that's the goal. So with the 4 that I hit pan on in the Mange palette, the Depotted BH Cosmetics Bubs Beauty B palette Able shade, and the Bobbi Brown Peach Powder, that is 4, 5, 6 things rolling out, which means I have 2 more things that are going to stay in here for now. First one is from the Pat McGrath Labs Eye Ecstasy Subversive Palette, and I am working on Lapis Luxury. It is this kind of blue teal shimmer shade right here. I have such a deep dip in this. I honestly thought I was going to hit pan on it, but I was unable to do that. It's so close. I am sure that it will be at pan by the next update. And then the one that was pushed to the side. This is the e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow. It is a cream that you could use on your brows, like a brow pomade. You could also use it as an eyeliner. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it at all because apparently I suck. I guess I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily forgot about it, but I'm working on so many eyeliners, and I did try it a while back in my brows, and I'm just not at the skill level to work with this because I've never worked with it in my brows before. So this is something I'm going to need to practice with on my brows because, yeah, what I did with them the one time that I tried it, it wasn't pretty. So I'm just going to probably use it as an eyeliner for now. I might try it as a brow pomade again, but that's one of those I'm just going to have to practice with. It's going to have to be on a day where I'm not leaving the house and I'm not turning on the camera because, yeah, it wasn't good. All right, so I am bringing in 3 things. I totally forgot to put them on my spreadsheet, but I can do that after I turn the camera off. No big deal. The first one that I want to hit pan on is from Smashbox. It is the Soft Fusion Lights Bronzer in Dusk. I have had this in projects before, and I was not able to hit pan on it or anything like that. I am determined to hit pan on this one. So that one is going to be going in, and hopefully I can make some good progress on that one. The next one is a brand that got rolled into Smashbox. This is Becca. It used to say this across the front, but you know, I've had this go through inventory and reorganizations and everything else. I have never used this. It is Champagne Pop. It is beautiful. I've used the liquid one and I finished the liquid one, but I never touched the powder one. So I really need to hit pan on this. I've had this for a number of years and it's so pretty. I should be using it. So I am hoping that I can get pan on that, you know, in a few months or so. It's tiny. I think I can, but you just never know with me. And the last one I'm going to roll in is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch. It is the pressed setting powder. I got this in PR. It's a little yellow for me. I have the shade Blondie, and it actually does kind of look like a blondie. Like, could I eat it? Probably not. Probably wouldn't taste very good. But I'm hoping this will look nice to like set under my eyes and stuff like that. I'm not in a hurry to hit pan on this one or anything like that because I feel like this is going to be bright, like very bright. So I'm going to be using that sparingly under my eyes. So now I am down to 5 products. I have the Pat McGrath Labs and the e.l.f. Lock On Liner. I have the Smashbox Bronzer, the Becca Highlight in Champagne Pop, and then the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch Pressed Powder. So those are the 5 that are going to be going into the new year with me. And if you heard that weird sound, Greta is literally at my feet, like next to me on this side. And she kind of groans and grunts, which is why her nickname is Grunta. So it wasn't me. I swear I didn't make that sound. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. There's going to be a list of everyone that I know that has been doing this project. I'm sure I've missed someone, so if you know of someone that's doing it that is not on my list, let me know in the comments. If you're doing it and you're not on the list, let me know down there. I like to make sure everyone is in the description box so other people can find you, cheer you on, support you, and everything else. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.